That's right, I'm live for the first time in forever. Is this pointing at me? Sudden last minute realization that your microphone was on the other side last time you had it attached to the desk.
Energizing combo sets. Hearty noodles.
Huh.
Waterfall soup.
I guess I should make a comment or update that title. Oh, I just clicked the wrong button. Don't yell at me.
What disaster supply should you buy?
Don't know the escape route.
Don't panic.
How dare they?
Answers here. Bang knows. Bang knows. Bang who knows?
When I was 15, the thought of an apocalypse never troubled me. The only thing I couldn't give up, even in the face of the world's end, was the sunset on that beach. Watching the sun gently slide into the water's embrace, or fireworks dancing on the canvas of the night sky. Even if tomorrow weren't better, it wouldn't be worse, I thought. When you're reading this letter, I imagine much has changed. Whether it's yourself or the world. Keep the call of your innermost desires
Alright.
without fear. Navigate as your heart
Now I've got all the excitement of checking resource integrity.
power. Perfect execution. Foresee the storm and overcome it. Calm City Series.
I just have to hope that my controller doesn't need to have been awake when I started the... Oh, wait. Hold on. I've got buttons here. And they don't do anything right now. Yes, kitty cat. You are a cute one. But please don't cuddle anything I'm trying to do right now.
It's a promise. Let's protect our home together.
Come here.
For a starlight night, home lies with the wishes of the people.
Ghost cat. Cat's name is Lapis. Hopefully she doesn't, cuddle all my function keys and ruin something about the stream. Where are you? Here we go. Find a place to lay down. Cat, why must you be this? Okay. Alright, I get it. You're up and dealing stuff. Alright, input. UI layout is controller. That is exactly what I want. Okay, that is what I want as far as everything. And here we actually go. At least I thought... There we go. There's a play button. And might want to find a button to say... Well, I was kind of hoping that there would be a button here to tell it to like reset my account. I think I turned it on to check it out, but I wanted to actually see how to check the game out. Here. I don't want to request the account deletion. No. Oh, okay. I would have had to create a new account. So I think I just bought some dudes and then chose who I was playing as. So we're still kind of at the start, but you know. That's right, we were chasing after a strong box or something. Alright. Okay, no agent switching. I mean, I haven't even gotten to pull agents yet, so you know.
Hello? Can you hear me, Nicole? You can put EOS through now.
Okay. Right, little one. Off you go then. Done. Bangoo's on the way.
Well then. Can we begin?
Huh? We're back here again? Damn, another fight? At the rate my ammo's depleting, I can say goodbye to my efficiency bonus.
Incoming. Get ready.
Wait, that wasn't me!
Hey guys, over here. Good work, all. It's a scarf-wearing talking bamboo.
Oh! You're Nathan!
Doo-doo.
I can't hear that superior ethereal anymore.
Great. I feel like my leg's pistons are gonna break.
I propose now is a good time to take a break. Is that acceptable, Proxy? You all get some rest. I'll take the first watch. Thanks, Proxy.
Whew. That was dangerous. It's crazy what a powerful monster that Red Fang dude mutated into. It's all thanks to you, Manager. You got us out of there in the nick of time. As expected from Phaethon, reliable as always.
A few more compliments like that, and I might just give you a discount. Really?
I think the proxy was just trying to be polite, Ambi.
Speaking of the commission fee, I thought with Phaethon being so expensive, Nicole would have left us to fend for ourselves. I didn't think she'd actually hire you. If you hadn't come, I'm afraid we wouldn't have made it out of that ethereal's territory. Thanks for coming to the rescue.
Speaking of which, I've always wanted to ask you about that device in your store. You know, the one that lets you sync with Bangbu and communicate in real time within Hollow. That's some serious tech. Even Public Security and the Hollow Investigative Association can't do it. With a trump card like that, why didn't you just join the association? Whatever way you look at it, working with us Hollow Raiders has to be more dangerous than the profit is worth.
That sounds like an ethereal.
Ugh, so soon? I only just sat down.
We have to get out of here. Unless, Billy, you'd like to stay here forever? That new Starlight Night belt you wanted. I guess I'll place it at your grave next year.
When When you say things like that with that poker face of yours, I can't tell if you're joking or not.
Let's get moving. Follow me. Leave any combat along the way to us.
You just focus on leading the way. Of course, it'd be nice if you lend a hand if battles get a little too intense.
I've located the closest exit. Take the path on the right, Belle.
Please, manager, lead the way.
Hang on. Let me scan the upcoming area. Fortunately, there are no ethereals on our tail. Keep pushing on to the exit. Holo observation data. The more the better.
Sort of a cute way to move around. Uh-oh. What are they talking about? I'm not seeing any dropped frames or anything. Signal lost.
Please, manager, lead the way.
Time to... It's up to you.
Ah, okay.
Time to act. New enemies incoming. Don't let your guard down.
Which one?
Watch out. It's up to you.
I'll give him this. It's pretty.
Huh? What's that shaking?
Ethereals. They're catching up, Proxy.
What should we do? Fight?
It's cool. Just come with me. This track-laying machine. We can use this. It'll be faster if we keep to the track.
Scanning for safety valve data. The system log shows that the valve is unlocked by inserting the preset amount of gear coins.
A wise choice.
There we go. I think that's everything. Everything this game is telling me seems to indicate that I needed to get out of there instead of trying to go fight the thing.
Can you even get goosebumps, Billy?
It's a metaphor, all right. Let's just focus on the enemy. Feel the ultimate starlight in my sights. Don't move. Watch your back.
My turn. Neutralize.
Let's clear him out.
Here. Fancy.
Manager, which way should we go?
We keep moving forward.
Keep moving forward. Roger that. Wait! Forward? But that's a wall in front of us! Smash it? You want to smash through it? I don't have that kind of firepower right now!
Don't worry. Just do what my sister says.
That voice... Oh! It's the other Phaethon!
You're finally online. Took your time.
Apologies. I was confirming the hollow exit was stable. Billy, Andy, can you hear me? My sister was right about the escape route just now. You know, space inside the hollows is totally distorted. That means that...
A way out may look like a dead end, but a dead end may also just be a dead end.
Thanks for the explanation, Andy.
Anyways, our escape route after getting out has been arranged. You can trust us. Hey, Belle, you can cut the connection now.
See you at the store. Good luck, you two. It's gone quiet. It became a regular bang-boo.
Why would they desync at a time like this?
Going straight forward. Brace for impact.
We're gonna crash! We're gonna crash! We're gonna crash!
The oppressive weight of ether is gone.
We're out! We're finally out!
Phaethon got the time and location spot on. Hey, you two! Get in the car!
Boss!
Like that moment where you start a new gacha and you're like, I have no idea what any of these objects are. Should I be excited about having collected all of them?
You're here! Perfect timing!
That was fast, Nicole.
Did you run a red light again? No. We just passed a normal green light, R255 in the RGB scale. Oh, right. I made sure I wasn't followed the whole way.
Andy, what does an R255 green light look like?
It's the same color as your jacket.
Nicole, they've both been extracted. I guess it's time to pay up.
Not so fast. That's not what we agreed on. The commission was my people and the client's item. You've only completed the first half.
Don't worry, Nicole. We remember. It's just a joke. I knew Phaethon was the most reliable and trustworthy. According to what we saw before extraction, the strongbox should be in the territory of a highly dangerous ethereal. The White Star Institute has it registered as Dullahan, a superior ethereal.
That's the one. That Red Fang dude was unlucky. His ether corruption must have been pretty intense, considering he's become such a dangerous ethereal. Anby and I tried to grab the strongbox, but that guy was so tough! We didn't get the chance before we got extracted. We did find this along the way, though. What exactly is in that box? Is it worth all this effort?
Mm-hmm. We'll find out soon enough. Take a look at this.
Ah.
So, it's a weird-looking necklace that's actually a flash drive?
That's right. It's a mini storage device. It's Silver's. I picked it up in the building before I got out of 14th Street. I noticed it before. He always had it on his person, so it must contain something important. I bet it has something to do with the strongbox.
But it suffered some damage.
Yeah, look at all those burn marks.
Faithin, can you do some of your magic using that complicated computer of yours?
The HDD is mainly used to process holo data. But if we only need to export what's in the flash drive... Hey, sis. Maybe I could try to recover the data with Internaut's computing power.
Great! It's a deal then. We'll try to locate the strongbox in the holo. We'll come find you when we learn something new. Let's just go our separate ways until then. Oh, don't forget to extract the data from the flash drive, though.
See ya, manager.
Goodbye.
Ray, my internaut level is at 4. I don't know what that is. Sure, this is already taken. Ah, no, excellent. I can actually use this. Grab all the stuff. Let's... These are rules. That... Wonder, do I have the resolution set? Like, one of those moments where I like almost feel like I'm too close to the character, but sometimes these games are just built with that level of scratch cards. Let me check and see. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Adorable. Nice. I don't know if that's $28 or... doing. Alright, so we're off to visit Mr. Chop. Let's... Ah.
Hello and welcome. Ah, Val, you're here. Perfect timing. My boss says I'll need your help with something.
What is it?
He wanted the message to be delivered verbatim, so here it is.
I found a new way to source awesome new gadgets. I'm sure you'll like them. If you're willing to help, they should be available in the store soon.
You sound just like your boss.
Wait, I'm not finished yet.
This new path is blocked and I've lost communication with the assistant I sent there. Could you help me sort it all out? I'll send more details soon.
That's it. Everything my boss said.
I see. There's something wrong with the gadget store's underground W engine business. A batch of goods must have fallen into a hollow, and they need me to clean this mess up.
I'm not sure exactly what happened, but it sounds like there was a problem with the gadgets they call W engines. Aren't they the ones you and your friends are collecting? Since it's such an urgent request, boss said that apart from the regular payment, I can also give you a sample as a thank you gift. Hope you like it.
Wait, this texture. This batch of goods must be...
The latest W engine equipped with the 4th generation synchronous conduction device. It can release ultrasonic waves that effectively resonate with the active wavelengths of various ether weapons. According to official data, the average initial weapon performance can be improved by up to 44.21%, and the combat survival rate of personnel equipped with such gear can be increased by at least 30%.
Anby? What are you doing here? Shh. Susie may be working here, but she has no idea W engines are weapons. Don't say stuff like that in front of her.
Huh? Ultrasonic waves? Weapon performance?
It's just a game. You probably didn't know that, Susie. But you can use W engines to play board games. Each W engine has different stats assigned.
Oh, is it similar to playing pool? W engines are round after all. Guys, hang on a sec. The boss just texted me, and he has a message he wants me to share with you.
Looks like I found a connoisseur. Good gadgets truly shine in the hands of someone like you. If you purchase one when the shipment arrives, I'll give you an exclusive customization.
Whoa, who would have thought the boss would get involved himself?
Thanks, but there's no need. I do want to buy a new W engine, but even with the account balances of the 3 of us cutting hairs combined, we wouldn't be able to afford the latest model.
In that case, I'll do you a favor. The boss is about to give me one as a thank you gift. It won't be of much use to me, so I'll pass it on to you.
Really? This will make dealing with that superior player a lot easier.
Oh, it sounds like you're planning to meet other W engine players? Don't worry, with the boss's skillful customization, you'll be sure to leave a lasting impression. Just hold on a sec. Sorry to keep you waiting. The gifted sample has been modified.
Eat.
Yeah, I like this design.
The design and color are perfect for you. It will surely work wonders in your hands.
Thank you. And the boss, too. I'll treasure it. Standing by.
The customization. Cancel. No.
Standing by.
Nothing to fear. The cunning hairs are here.
I'll help you win. But
Awaiting further instructions.
Only the brave will win.
let's fire it up. Can someone like me really
Who?
manage? Standing by.
Need.
I'm sorry. Ready for combat.
Nothing. Needs.
Standing by.
Starlight, it's time to shine!
My birthday is later this month. Take the purple one for now.
Ready for combat. Standing by. Ready for combat.
For peace of mind. She's overjoyed when she finds out. All right. Are we running a blockbuster? Huh. Ah. This. Moment. Select an 8 to obtain. Hammer and wrench. Like that idea. Blade. Check. Days. Oh, is this the music video thing? Oh, no, this is actually me getting to play it. Okay. Furnace fire.
teamwork! Keep up the attack!
Here.
I'm here!
Is this high enough? Hurry up. Anton, switch! Oh. Hey! More elite! Don't let up!
I'll take you. Let's show 'em our teamwork! Take this! I'll take it!
I'm not entirely sure what it is that triggers the like ability to swap off to the other people.
Bring it on!
Hurry up!
Careful, President!
Let's go! Here.
Stand behind the yellow line!
Time for hammering!
Move it! Smash 'em! Goodbye!
Not bad, not bad. Ooh, twin-tail cat thing.
Make it.
Out of my way! Move it!
No problem.
Yeah, I think I've got to go with her. The dodge boost ability was just too good. Okay. A single bear and a bunch of orbs.
One day, I'll be the best public security officer there is.
Wow, these W engines really make that like, oh look, it's a ball. Like it gets less exciting when it turns the corner. Quick details. Is that where I get to see the... There we go. Alright, S rank. Base rank 0.1 or 0.6.
Ready for combat. Need something?
Time for some hard labor?
A mission? Take me along.
Don't look at me. Nothing to fear. The cunning hairs are here. Standing by.
I have 2 guns, so double the accuracy.
It's not really how that works, but, you know. Happy for you? It's a limited event. Hold on. I like full screen the thing on my other monitor without. Okay.
Standing by. Andy, in position.
Er.
I'm sorry. Don't look at me.
What was your hack? I like when they do that in Agasha where they're like, okay, look, yeah, that's more than the experience item, but here's a refund of it.
I'm sorry. Nothing to fear. The cunning hairs are...
A mission?
Time for some hard labor?
If you
Need something? My services are expensive. Nothing to fear. The cunning hairs are here. Need something? My services are expensive. Time to make some money. Nothing to
If I
fear.
push
The
this,
cunning
there we
hairs
go.
are here. Nothing to fear. The cunning hairs are here.
Mission objective. Find them. You have reached the location where no targets matching the description have...
Let's check the area. A new route has been marked. Let's go. That must be the target. We can get out of here as soon as we find it.
There we go. There's a fight. Don't. There we go.
It seems like it divides the tracks. We should keep it pressed down. Is there anything heavy enough? Oh, is that the abandoned building material? This should be enough to press down the track divider. Push it. Careful though, not too close to the edge.
Oh, a reset button. Okay.
A new route has been marked. Let's go.
The cargo crate matches the search target's appearance. Mission complete.
Excellent.
Great. We got it. We can head back now.
Hey.
Dangerous target detected. Suggestion: attack while it is closed. When its core lights up, please move away as quickly as possible.
Electro engine.
That was sweet trade-off chain. That. I remember. This is Zenless Zone Zero. It's from the same people who did like Genshin Impact and Honkai Star Rail. My YouTube shorts started sharing like character videos with me.
Hello? Can you hear me?
And I was very much like, well,
Let's get down to business.
I am curious.
Dangerous target detected. Finally, this ethereal possesses immense physical strength. It can block damage with its arms. In addition, it can perform a series of rapid attacks.
Okay.
The one thing I'll say about it is they've done something... Like, the dodge system is a little bit more of a perfect dodge system. So you get, like, a little bit of a window to dodge out of the way, and it has fixed one of my major complaints about Genshin Impact, which is... Like, Genshin Impact just gives you some, like, iframes when you dodge something. So it never fully feels like you're actually, like, dodging out of the way.
Preparing takedown.
The way that, like, the system makes me feel that it wants me to feel like it is. Because, you know, since it looks so much like, or since Genshin Impact bears some resemblance to Breath of the Wild, I'm always expecting a better, like, perfect dodge system out of it. It's like they've got good style with the way that I'm liking the character designs, but then on top of that, the combat actually feels a little bit better than Genshin Impact's.
Have you had dinner yet? A full stomach ensures a good night's sleep.
Oh, nice. Nice.
The cooking time for noodles must be precise, not a millisecond off.
100% feels like, man, watching those guys cook in Monster Hunter World was awesome.
You finished all your broth. Want some more?
We should go do. We should do that. Excellent. I knew I could trust you. The new toys will be on the shelves very soon. From now on, I'll do my best to help you out if you're buying cool new gadgets or trading in old ones. Come to the store whenever you like. It will show you around.
Good evening. We just got a new batch of products in. Feel free to browse.
Just recycle all my doubles. Start.
Hey there, having trouble deciding what to buy? I can always give you some tips. Hey there, having trouble deciding what to buy? I can always give you some tips.
Oh, I need the puzzle pieces. Okay.
Hey there, having trouble deciding what to buy? Did you get what
We'll
you were
save up
looking
for them. We've done all of that. Okay, so that's like the last one I need to go do.
Ready for combat.
If you need help, call me anytime.
My instinct's telling me I need to hold down A. Or it's I need to hold down the right trigger to run. Not sure which game's got me thinking that. It might be Persona 5?
Here you are. We figured out where the strongbox is. What about the task I gave you?
You mean the flash drive? The data has been recovered. Just like you guessed. It contains the password to the strongbox.
Okay, everyone. Thanks to the proxy's help, preparations are complete. It's time for the next step. Andy, explain the plan.
Okay, everyone, please look at this map of New Eridu. Our plan is enter the Cretan Hollow and defeat the superior ethereal Dullahan, then recover the strongbox.
That's it?
Yes. What's wrong?
So, what's with the map?
Nicole says we have to show some professionalism. We can't let our partners look down on us. Otherwise, it'll be hard to bargain with them.
Saying too much again? Billy, why weren't you paying attention?
It's not my fault! How was I supposed to know this was Ambi's idea of a professional meeting? Oh! That's why she watched all those crime investigation movies before the meeting!
We can hear you guys.
Anyway, as Ambi said, the goal is simple. Find and retrieve the strongbox. Since there's no way to monitor the real-time situation from the outside, we'll need your support and guidance inside the Hollow.
I'm in. Let's go. Let's go.
All right, we made it into the Hollow. Now let's find my strongbox.
Speaking of which, boss, who told you about the location of the strongbox?
That's a trade secret. You thought I'd just spill the beans like that? But since we're on the same side, I guess I can let you in on a little secret.
I'm all ears.
I'm surprised you didn't take the chance to tease her. Is it because you know she gets pretty sensitive at times like this?
I mean, I've got to be professional too.
What are you suggesting? Actually, it was really easy. I have a few contacts at the association who just so happen to have the records of routine observation missions and ether resources for this Hollow. I gave them an offer they couldn't refuse and asked them to help compare data from the last 2 mutations. Locating the strongbox was as simple as circling up the difference.
Jeez, Nicole, you're good!
I gave them an offer they couldn't refuse and asked them to help compare data from the last 2 mutations. Locating the strongbox was as simple as circling up the difference.
Jeez, Nicole, you're good!
Is that looping?
Huh? Why'd you say that again?
Proxy, are you daydreaming? Isn't it time to go? I may know the approximate location of the strongbox inside the Hollow, but it's up to you to get us there.
The superior ethereal signal is getting close. Go here first, then we can navigate further. There are enemies on the path ahead. Be careful, everyone.
They're getting closer to the strongbox's signal.
Time to reload. What's this? Wait.
Thank you much. I'm gonna try to get back to my every Thursday night schedule, so hopefully I'll see you again. Oh, before you go, I wanted to mention that because this is the like Hoyoverse people, this one is, you know, gotcha mechanics, all that sort of stuff, but makes it free to play, so give it a try.
maneuver.
The air around here seems to have grown thicker.
Yeah, the resolution of my video sensors just dropped too.
That means we've arrived at the designated location. Right, Proxy?
Sorry, Nicole. I couldn't hear you. What was that?
Don't drift off while guiding us. I paid Top Jenny to hire the best proxy around, Phaethan. Watch out or you might just get a negative rating on Internet. Watch out or you might just get a negative rating on Internet.
Wise, can you hear me? The HDD connection is unstable.
I hear you. Let me see. Strange. The HDD's backend is reporting an error. Wait a sec. I'll sync and try a debug.
Manager, do we want to keep going?
Listen up, guys. The ether activity has impacted our HDD signal. Hold tight.
Noise.
Hang on. The target location seems to have changed.
You can't expect monsters to stay in one place.
Weird. Is this a glitch in the system?
And a corn chip
Could the
cat?
display device be faulty? Hang on.
Probably not the best,
I'll adjust
but
the HDD. Switching to the backup display. Resizing and that'll do. Nicole, how are you all doing? Nicole? Anby? Billy? Hang on. Why did everyone just go offline?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Huh? Belle, why did you disconnect?
I didn't disconnect. I got kicked off. The connection between the HDD and the holo was severed.
Start a debug now.
Right. It's no use. I've tried everything. I can't restore the connection.
Strange. The holo shouldn't so easily affect the HDD. The real issue is Nicole and the others. Without the HDD, we have no way of contacting them inside the holo.
No carrot, no proxy. Even with a good aptitude for ether, they'll be corrupted if they stay in the holo too long. There's one more thing we can try. Reset it! Haven't you heard the saying? Turning it off and back on again can fix anything.
Belle, didn't you shut it down? Why is the screen still on? So the connection problems.
It's time to pull the
On our
power
side.
plug.
I thought you'd never figure it out. Phaethan. Oh, so this is all the famous proxy Phaethan can do? As you can see, the system is mine now.
This is why you need a VPN sponsor.
What do you want?
What do I want? My request is simple. I want the code to the strong box.
What strongbox? What code?
Oh, playing dumb. Do you not understand what's going on? Just give me the code to the strong box.
Repeat yourself all you want, but if we don't know what it is, we can't give it to you.
Wrong answer. So you're playing dumb. Okay, I'll have to refresh your memory. This device I've taken control of seems to be important to you.
Wait, what are you doing?
Your punishment for lying.
Oh, they formatted my database.
There's no way to save the alpha database.
Get it now? A few taps on the keyboard and I can turn everything you're so proud of into meaningless ones and zeros. I'll only delete some of it this time, but remember, your fate is in my hands now. Your clients are messing with the wrong person. They've gone after something they shouldn't. The strongbox. I know you got the password from Silver's drive. Think carefully before you reply.
Damn it. This guy.
Speaking of your clients, that unlucky crew is wandering around aimlessly in the Hollow right now. I happen to have recorded something interesting. Maybe this video will change your mind. I sent it to you, Faithin. I'll leave the video access function for you, so find another way to play it. And hurry up.
Another way? But we don't have... Oh, the TV. Okay, I'll transfer the video to a tape.
Get out of the way!
Oh! More enemies behind, too!
Hey! Is this really the right way?
Hey, what's going on with the manager? Walking around all like absent-mindedly and ignoring the fight!
Huh? Proxy?
Angry, perhaps? Because Nicole haggled on the deposit?
Really? Is that it?
Of course not.
I was gonna say, you think so little of me.
Strange. Ever since we entered the Hollow, it's like the proxy hasn't been leading us.
Are they in some kind of trouble on the outside? Hey, is everything all right?
Uh-oh, red eyes. That means evil. An important warning system.
Don't go over there! Oh, come on! Stop them! Protect the proxy!
Every robot.
Proxy! Proxy? Damn it! What on earth is happening? Ugh, today's been a nightmare. It's up to you.
It's my turn!
Confirmed.
No point running! What? Ooh.
Those ethereals are still here.
Ugh, they're like our landlord on rent day. Oh, there goes the timer again. We've already stayed in the Hollow 4 times the recommended amount.
If you don't get in contact soon, you can forget about me paying my bill.
Hide.
What? Are those monsters back again?
Not the ethereals. There's a Hollow investigation squad up ahead.
Of course. It's the investigators. Wait. Investigators? Boss, we're saved! They're from the Investigative Association! They have a carrot! We can ask them for help and follow them out of the Hollow!
Don't be stupid. Don't you see those public security guys with them? We're Hollow Raiders. Even if they help us, they'll arrest us right afterwards.
That might be true if it were just us. But with that... Don't you remember? Public security's policy? If you report a proxy, they may expunge your record.
Oh,
As things
dick
stand,
move, I guess.
Billy's proposal is quite feasible. Trade the proxy's identity for our safety, or continue pacing around waiting for the Bangbu to return to normal.
Okay, boss. It's your call to make. Whatever you decide, we'll follow your orders.
They're actively corrupting, I believe, they suggested.
Enough chatter. We can't stay here any longer. Let's go!
I have to say, I'm touched. Proxies and Hollow Raiders are wolves, stealing profit from the Hollows behind the Investigative Association's back, all constantly ruining each other in the name of greed. But to protect your secret identity, they actually gave up the chance to escape. Unfortunately, the ones being rescued don't seem to plan on returning the favor.
Enough, hacker! I get it now. I'll give you the code.
Huh? Wait. What are you...
I can still give you the code, but I need access to the system to do so.
Still trying to bargain with me? You still haven't learned your lesson.
Don't panic. The password was recovered using the proxy network's computing power, and there's a backup on the network. We can get the password if you give us back system control.
No way. Proxies, Hollow Raiders, none of you can be trusted, including Phaethon. I know you've been secretly trying to take back control. Huh? Wait, there's a backup on internet? Hand over your internet account. I'll retrieve the Strongbox password myself. Hey, answer me. I almost forgot. A proxy's internet account is the foundation of their business. Losing the account is losing any proof Phaethon ever existed. But to save those in the Hollow, you'll have to think quickly. They'll become monsters if they stay there too long.
If we give you the proxy network account, then what? You ruined our system. So who'll save them?
I promise I'll save them. How's that? You have no choice but to trust me.
Okay, I'll give you our proxy account. But if you go back on your word, I'll make you pay.
Even the source authentication code page was transferred. Good. Looks like you've given up completely.
We'd like to ask a question.
Since you're cooperating, I'm in a good mood. Ask me.
What's in the Strongbox that's so important?
It's something someone like you will never get your hands on. But I guess I can reveal a little. As you know, the Hollows are changing all the time. The carrots used to get out function by calculating a huge amount of Hollow data. However, Hollow observation equipment accumulates errors. To ensure data remains valid, it must be recalibrated using the Hollow master data every few days. The single copy of Rosetta data that's in the hands of the city's rulers. Inside the Strongbox is something comparable to that Rosetta data. With it, you can enter and exit the Hollows freely.
I see. So it really is valuable.
For proxies and Hollow Raiders, it must be a dream find. But it has nothing to do with you. Okay, enough talk. Tell me where the code is.
Have you activated your proxy certification yet?
Yes.
With that said, we have one final question. For real this time.
Whoa now, don't misunderstand. We aren't friends, so don't push your luck.
My question is, since you're such a master hacker, why not just steal the password from our system? After learning the password is backed up on the proxy network, why not just hack the network and steal it?
What? I'm warning you. Don't make me forget my promise.
Now that I think about it, other than taking control of my system, you haven't implemented anything else a hacker would. Instead, you just blackmailed us with Nicole and the other safety like some kind of kidnapper.
I mean, social engineering is part of
Well, it looks like that's the best you've
part of
got.
hacking.
You're just not as good as you claim to be.
Shut up! Just tell me where the backup is.
Don't worry, mystery hacker. We're helping you. Listen carefully. Can you hear sirens nearby?
What did you do?
We're just fulfilling our duty as model citizens of New Eridu. As the election approaches, the city administration is calling for citizens to actively report dangerous individuals, such as Hollow Raiders and proxies. They even opened a hotline.
Answer my question. What did you do?
Nothing more Blank loves to do than say no to people who think they're in control.
Information about a certain internet account.
Oh, I get it. So that's it. It was planned. You'd even abandon your identity as Phaethon to trick me.
No, you're wrong. We aren't giving up our identity. Just our account.
Yeah, we just need to tell people that Phaethon is Ghost Dad now.
You'll pay.
We did it!
We've regained full control of the HDD now.
Well done, bro.
You too.
You know, that was some pretty good acting there.
You're one to talk. You offered to give them the password out of nowhere. Weren't you afraid I wouldn't understand?
What can I say? We are Phaethon after all. Great. Connection restored. Let's get Nicole and the others out of there.
Yes, we got the system back. But I still need to get EOS back online.
Connect manually. Nicole and the others are waiting.
Nice. Now we can capture a local data signal. External connection enabled. Finished. The HDD system is reconnected. Great. Nicole and the team's signal is back. Let's head over.
Oh, I've mutated into a monster. Rawr.
Oh no. Oh, the humanity.
Don't bite my hand. You're gonna hurt your teeth.
Sorry. I was just trying to cheer Nicole up. I guess I'm not so good at this.
But you're right. We've been in the Hollow for a long time. Even with our ether aptitude, it just means we'll become monsters slower.
This isn't like me. The cunning hairs only care about money. Not caring about others is my motto.
So, you're secretly a good person? Good person, huh? Losing my life in a hollow just for a title like that? I must be stupid!
A little late to be screaming, Nicole.
Proxy? Is it really you?
Sorry to keep you waiting. We've actually been online for a while now. Anby and Billy were both making a fuss. You were probably so busy being sentimental that you didn't notice.
So, you heard everything?
I'm just happy to get a glimpse of the real Nicole.
That's not the real me. Enough nonsense. We have to get the strongbox back.
Hooray, everybody's back.
The signal for the strongbox is this way.
Okay, on with the commission.
Not ideal, but it won't impact my performance.
A real pro. Right back at ya! Time to reload. Get away from me!
Moving up.
Full spin! This won't hurt much. Move!
Oh. They're taking a sneaky back path.
Is that so? The manager cut off all comms with us because a hacker infiltrated their device.
So it wasn't because of Nicole haggling on the price.
I may be a proxy, but I'm not that merciless. I knew I wasn't wrong about you two.
So the proxy thinks there's something up with the flash drive holding the password. Is that hacker using it to trace you?
We checked the HDD for security risks, and that was the most likely.
If that's the case, the Red Fang gang didn't snatch the strongbox for themselves. They're working a commission for someone else.
Just like us!
If it weren't for the proxies intervening, we'd be the ones on the firing line.
Thanks, Starlight, we've got you, manager. Why, you're as reliable as the Starlight Knight sidekick. Meteor Mutt!
Thanks, I think. Coming from Billy, that's about the highest praise you can get.
Well, judging by the fee, I assumed it was just a simple stolen goods job.
But it's just another scumbag sticking their nose in other people's business again. I'm never trusting another agent ever again. I gotta ditch this like a hot potato once I get back. And I gotta charge double my price to that agent!
Nicole, I suggest speeding up the search. We're reaching the limits of our ether aptitude in this hollow. If our combat strength drops again due to corruption, I'm afraid we won't be able to take care of any accidents we come across on the way to finding the strongbox.
Accidents? You mean like that Red Fang dude who mutated into that superior level ethereal?
Yeah, that Dullahan is probably still looking for us in the hollow.
Andy's right. We have to speed things up and find the strongbox before that monster does. Come on, Proxy. Lead us to our target.
Hollow fissure detected ahead. Suggestion, move to a lower level. Be careful on the descent. Hollow fissures are a manifestation of spatial disorder in the hollows, whereby new areas are continually generated inside a hollow, creating infinite extensions that are highly disorienting. Data show the fissure ahead leads to a new area below. Once you step into it, please be ready to fall.
Things might get a little tough here.
It's okay. We're seasoned hollow.
Cat, why must you cuddle the microphone?
No matter how many times I do this, it doesn't get any easier.
Normally, we avoid fissures unless absolutely necessary. But this time, it really is necessary.
Is this where the strongbox is?
Slow down and take in your surroundings first. We have to plan out our best route.
You're the pro, so you call the shots.
Found it.
Whoa, it's our lucky day!
That's my strongbox!
Oh, excellent. I've been saving my ults for this guy.
Found it.
It's our lucky day.
That's my strongbox! Damn it! You just won't leave us alone! Say goodbye to nice Nicole!
That's one frenzied ethereal. Watch out.
Who cares? Just hand over my stuff!
Nice! Sounds like Nicole's frenzied too!
Give us my best You asked for it!
Intermaneuver. Get ready.
Finally. Finally! Found you!
I hate to spoil your fun, but it's a little soon to be celebrating. Nicole, could you calm down and listen? It's that stupid hacker's fault. They deleted the extraction data I prepared.
You mean we can't get out? All that trouble to get here, but we're no closer to getting out. I didn't expect this would be the end.
Damn. So unfair. I didn't even get the chance to have dinner with Monica. But it's been a good life.
Calm down. We'll figure something out. There's no need for dramatics. I have another solution. I just need the nod from Nicole.
Go for it!
Agreeing a little early, yeah? The mysterious person who hacked into my system said the strongbox contained something like the Rosetta data. Something that could be used to get in and out of the hollows. If that's true, we can use it to get out of the hollow. But you'd have to agree to letting me open it.
I already said yes!
Are you sure it's okay? What will you tell your client?
It's life and death here! Besides, if I don't get out, who's gonna bring up the strongbox? Just open it. You already know the code, right?
Yeah, I do. But I don't know exactly what's stored inside. I'm not sure what the consequences of forcefully accessing the data might be. Wait, there's one thing I don't understand. Why risk coming back to help us when your real body was already outside the hollow? You could have just left. What are you planning?
I'm just planning on not being a dick, sorry.
What a strange question. I'm your proxy. I promised to get you out, so that's what I'll do.
Yeah.
And if for some reason I fail, the HDD system will automatically post a commission to get you out on Internaut. If that happens,
Don't worry. Whatever happens, we'll go to the store and save you!
You can say what you want. You're not getting a discount.
A further discount? Come on. Is this rabbit about to go Super Saiyan? Well, that seems unfortunate.
Scaring me. Wake up.
Terms and conditions. Shall not authorize others to use. May not be transferred in any way.
Oops.
Manager! You did it! We got out!
You agree to give full authorization when necessary to protect the common interests of you and this existence.
The Bangbu is twitching. You'd better go to the store and take a look.
It's so loud. What is that?
Do you agree to the above user terms? The license agreement has been signed. I am happy to be of service. Together, we will make new Eridu.
Did I just put Johnny Silverhand in my head?
One of the keys has already been activated.
Oh, really? Which one? Ghost? Genie? Yokai?
No, it's Fairy.
Ooh, things are about to get interesting.
You're finally awake. Don't worry. It's okay. You're safe now.
Where's the data chip? Where are Nicole and the others? Also, how did I get back here?
Calm down. You're still recovering. I'll explain everything. But first, tell me what happened after reading the data.
Telepathic.
That sounds like a bad dream. Or something you'd watch in a movie. I've got your side of the story. Now it's my turn. After you accessed the data, our Bangbu went out of control. It seemed to be having some kind of overload. It was sparking and flashing like the stage lights at 404 Live. We thought the extraction plan had failed, but then the Bangbu suddenly started to move, and it took everyone to the exit. You were out cold throughout the whole process, twitching and mumbling.
It sounds a little scary.
It was more than a little scary. You had me really worried. I didn't know what to do. Then Nicole and the others rushed over with a mysterious doctor. An acquaintance of theirs, I guess, who pulled you out of the HDD. The Cunning Hares went out to investigate. There's some good news. She paid her bill in full. Although, some of it went to the medical bill and Bangbu repairs. I haven't told you the real bad news yet. Go take a look at the computer, but be prepared.
Uh-oh.
Don't freak out. Fairy, you there? She's finally here.
Huh? Wise, this is... What?
Our next news story is coming up right now.
What's going on? System reset complete. I am a Type 3 General AI equipped with sequential integration. Development code, Fairy. Hello, Master.
That's what I meant by bad news. The HDD system rebooted after you passed out, and there she was.
The HDD can talk? My computer became a girl?
Negative. I am a Type 3 General Purpose AI equipped with total sequential integration. You can call me Fairy. According to the user agreement you signed, I am to assist you in your work and wait for the opportunity to arrive.
Wait, what user agreement? What opportunity are you waiting for?
According to the user agreement, I am unauthorized to answer this question. You will receive an answer at the appropriate time and place.
I don't understand real girls, let alone virtual ones. I'd better leave this to you, sis.
Okay, leave it to me.
Master, I noticed a recent deletion and transfer of data to a third party, which will hinder your career as an illegal holo investigator, commonly known as a proxy. I can assist you in recovering your losses and rebuilding your reputation as a proxy.
Oh, excellent.
Wait, so you can recover the deleted data?
Negative. I am unable to recover deleted data, but I can help you rebuild your database. I have unlimited access to over 80% of all smart devices in the city. With my assistance, data does not need to be accumulated, and real-time analysis of holo extraction paths is possible.
That's impossible.
Negative. That is precisely my core function. To prove this, I can assist you in holo investigations. I've sorted through the anonymous forums on the proxy network for holo investigation services and private information gathering, commonly known as Internaut, to find a commission that is appropriate for your current state. Please choose an appropriate time to carry out the operation according to your preference. I look forward to working with you, Master.
So I've done 30 out of 300. Okay, so I can barely afford this one. Excellent. Come on, give me a new agent. Okay, so not a new agent, but
Ready for combat.
Nothing to fear. The cunning hairs are here.
Standing by.
Nothing to fear. The cunning hairs are here. Nothing to fear. The cunning hairs are here.
ah, there's the button.
Need something? My services are expensive.
Ready for combat.
Nothing.
Time for some hard labor?
If you need help, call me anytime.
You here to play?
What is this?
Welcome! We have a new roast in today. Please have a taste.
Adorable, and they know it. This is a good brother. Gonna run away as soon as I touch it, isn't it? There we go. I was wrong. I'm happy to be wrong. The cat let us pet it. Now that I know that there's stuff just out wandering, getting lost cargo, so I can just take it. Gotta wander around and find it. Okay, so I guess what I'm doing is reporting the...
Good morning! Anything you'd like to buy? We have some limited edition items in stock. Before you leave, why not try your luck again? It could lead to some fantastic surprises. You never know.
I like that not only am I a blockbuster, but there's a person who's like really super in blockbuster. Neat.
Manager, you're finally here!
Billy, it's only been a few minutes since you messaged me.
I know, but all the hustle and bustle outside the arcade just got me fired up! By the way, have you heard? Since Godfinger reopened, 2 new games have been released! One's called Snake Duel. It's even got a 2-on-2 co-op mode.
Am I about to play Snake?
So, how about we team up and go against some other players?
Okay, teaming up with you should be fun.
Woohoo! I knew you'd acknowledge my skills, manager. Come on, let's show everyone what we're made of.
You better not slow me down after all this talk.
Don't you worry about that. I was studying tactics through the crack in the door before you got here. Let's get in there! Godfinger is pretty packed today. There won't be any seats left if we dilly-dally.
Let's roll.
A lunch break and an arcade is the best pairing possible.
Let's go. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I just run into myself, seriously. Can I control this? Okay, Billy, you are pretty good about this. Oh no, what have you done, Billy? Ah, achievements. I won.
Thanks for coming. Hope you had a great time.
Neat. Yeah. Excuse me. Another thing I can claim. Alright, let's go. Let's hope we get... Nope, not exciting. Give me waifus.
Officer Seth, Lynx Thyron. Nice to meet you.
Ready for combat.
Nothing.
A mission? Take me along. If you need help, call me anytime.
Alright, what's up, Shepard? Oh, hey Mumbles. Welcome everybody. We are fairly early in Zenless Zone 0. What were you guys playing tonight?
Biosignals of the trapped personnel have been detected. Please search in this area. I'll help you reconstruct the hollow path and quickly locate the trapped personnel.
Nice. I'm not familiar with Sunhaven. It's not bad. Short version. It's by the people who did, or at least it's produced by the people who did Genshin Impact. But the combat's a little snappier, and especially has a system where it's like, I don't know if you play Genshin Impact, but like Genshin Impact, you have a dodge button, and when you hit the dodge button, you basically get like iframes during the motion. So it's a little unsatisfying when you like dodge a move because you just kind of go through it, etc. Oh, nice. I will have to check it out. I have played at least 4 games like Spirit Tea and I think Coral Island, just because they describe themselves as being like, it's like Stardew crossed with, you know, ghosts. It was Spirit Tea, which was cool. But yeah, it's when you go to dodge in this, you'll get like a visual indicator for a moment, and if you hit the dodge at the right moment, you get like a perfect dodge type thing that lets you avoid the damage, and if you hit the button immediately, you can start powering on like a counter move. So it makes it a lot more satisfying to play.
Exploration route information updated. The trapped workers have been located. Data shows they are in an unsafe environment. The rescue must be carried out as soon as possible. Name tag verified. This is an investigator the association dispatched for this search and rescue operation.
I will. I was excited because I don't think I've managed to stream in a couple months, so try to get back to Thursday nights.
Carrot data from investigator received. Analyzing hollow route.
You get some good sleep.
Exploration data updated.
Scan here for nearby hollow data.
Displaying new areas to explore. Exploration route 1 floor above updated.
I think I've just hit a monsters. You can get a look at the combat.
detected. Thanatos. This type is ethereal, possesses an unpredictable teleportation ability. Please try to keep it within your field of vision. Otherwise, good luck.
You're looking good.
I'm here.
Nope, it's like, it's...
Right back at ya. I've got your six.
Yeah, it's not as open world as the, as like Genshin Impact is with its combat stuff, where you're just literally an open world game. But it's... like most of you move around like this, and then you hit...
The trapped worker. Search at work ID.
hit like these little arenas, and sometimes they'll open up and like have you run to like a second or third area, but not very big.
None. Needs to be calmed down. Suggestion. A slap.
Also, towards the end of like the kind of prologue-y mission area, I found a chip and stuck it in the robot head that I control when my character's out in the field, and basically installed an AI into my computer.
Ouch! That hurt! I've never been struck by a bang boo before. Sorry, I'm getting out of this hollow right now.
Yeah, do that. There's the plan.
I have detected vital signs of non-corrupted individuals ahead. Judging by their gear, they are Hollow Raiders.
I was pleasantly surprised too, because like the setting and the visuals for like I played a bunch of Genshin Impact, several hours of it, and kind of wandered away from it eventually. It's my most controversial video game. I've got two choices there, which is just the two that immediately jump to mind. I'll give you three because the first one's easy. It's very much I'm not a Dark Souls guy. I've played a 24-hour straight stream of Dark Souls 3, which means that I respect the way those games are built, but I do not enjoy the process of playing them. Second is somebody at some point I'm a huge Final Fantasy fan, especially Final Fantasy VII. Somebody asked me at one point if they want to get into a JRPG, what Final Fantasy game should they start with? And my answer was Chrono Trigger. And then as for least favorite game of all time, in terms of like I played it all the way through and I regret finishing it, was Far Cry 5. Especially because I chose a female protagonist. The ending of that game is like it's a fun ride all the way up until the last 5 minutes, and when the story closes out, I was literally like, I got 95% of the way through this game, put it down to go play a different game, came back because I was like, oh, I was really enjoying that, let me finish that out, got through the ending of the game and was like, I wish I had forgotten about this game forever.
Association data states the number of fraud cases against this group are growing every year. Please beware of manipulation.
I think those might be my three. Those might be my three hottest takes.
Exploration data updated.
Val, let's check out the location the Hollow Raider gave us.
Where am I at? I'm at 500.
Huh. That's an area the HDD system can't scan.
I especially feel like, given the events of this past week, like, it's a game that's really not going to age well because, like, most of your... Like, you play a government agent who comes into an area to arrest a local cult leader and then, you know, gets shot out of the sky and completely sealed into this valley so you can't get out. And then it turns out that, like, all of the people who are there to help you and who can help you, like, take on this cult are all the crazy preppers who just happen to have caches of weapons, and that's why they've survived this cult trying to take over the entire place. Well, that's where I feel it's like, man, most of those people were fairly likable people. I did not hate most of the NPCs, but I could easily see my opinions changing on these characters, going like, y'all, all of you are the... Like, all of the NPCs would have, let's just say, be politically different than me.
What's this? Nicole, take a break.
At least one of them is very much would have been...
Get away from me! I'll save my dude. Here comes a big one.
But I also like that for the, like, NPCs who will go along on missions with you, the... Like, some of the stuff that made Far Cry 5 so fun while it was going is, like, there was this one, like, kind of good old boy rocket launcher redneck who was, again, it would be it would be somebody who I would, like, probably trust to, like, help me out of a jam all the... You know, help me out of a jam all the time. You know, that's our buddy, but that friend that you're like, we're not going to talk about certain things because I have a feeling... You know, it's like, I know very well that if I crashed my car into a ditch at 2 a.m., you'd show up and pull me out of it. But if we have a conversation about politics, this character and I might have to stop talking. And then I would often partner him with his natural partner, an actual bear. It would just be me, the rocket launcher redneck, and a bear running around taking care of these cult members.
We have reached the trapped worker. Searching for signs of work ID 1686389. Vital signs normal. Corruption status light. Please evacuate from... The trapped worker has gone to a safe... We have reached the trapped work ID 15863. The trapped worker has gone...
We found all the survivors. Time to evacuate.
You want to go down this layer to...
Sufficient gear coins paid. Authentication successful. Opening valve. The trapped workers have all...
Yeah, they aren't always able to jump on stream with me. But for example, we had a little run a couple months ago where we were doing a lot of Nuzlocks in black and white, and then when we kind of failed those often enough, we actually swapped and tried doing a Nuzlocke in Sun and Moon.
Oh, Belle. Good timing. Come here.
What's all this for?
You mean these bags? They're full of broken signal transmitters that came from Bangbu. When put together, they're equivalent to several low-frequency signal jammers. With these, we can talk freely without worrying about Big Brother over there. Yeah, I mean that AI, Fairy. We need to have a serious talk about her.
One thing, if you actually poke around the YouTube channel we have for our VODs, for the most part, she's like right now. I was joking earlier in the stream with they are down. I was like, I've managed to find a little bit of time to actually do some streaming because it's been a month or two since I was able to devote time. And like, and by carve out a little bit of time for streaming, I mean my wife wants to play Genshin Impact and told me to go upstairs and stream. So it's we got that. We'll play a bunch of Pokemon together, and then story-based RPGs we'll go through. One of the like biggest series we had, or in terms of, I mean, when I say biggest series, like I don't get huge audiences, but we actually would manage to get a bunch of people on the YouTube VODs. We played through Final Fantasy 13-1. It's like the first Final Fantasy 13, where it's like eventually our opinion at the end of the game was, okay, I really came to like this ensemble, but I hope that the sequel game actually has a plot line, because boy, I didn't follow any of that. Got into the second game and they're like, hey, you're not any of the people who are in your ensemble, you're these two new characters. And we're like, all right, better luck next time. Maybe when we get through this game, we can get to the third game, and maybe that'll have a plot line. I'm he, him, and my wife is they, them.
I wanted to talk to you about her too.
I thought with her calling you master all the time, she'd have you fooled. But seeing your utter lack of surprise makes me feel relieved. It's been a while since we let Fairy participate in our proxy work, and she's independently calculated all the escape paths you've used in the Hollows lately. I'm sure you've noticed. She didn't depend on any local data, nor did she ask for any support. But she's still 270 times faster than us when generating escape paths. It's not like she doesn't need any Hollow data. She does. It's just that she can access the data she needs almost instantly. Remember how she mentioned she can access over 80% of the smart devices in the city? Looks like she was telling the truth.
They've been largely okay with me saying wife. I will sometimes go spouse or partner.
We can see the entire thing. But
they're sort of still early enough in their non-binary journey that like I think I focus more on trying to get the pronouns right than they do sometimes. Partially because I think sometimes they're nervous to, like, you know, raise a hand and go, actually, you got that wrong. And I'm trying to be supportive by basically being like, no, 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 don't give me that free out. Do not, just stay on me. Anyway, I don't want to make them have to, deal with the wrong identity because I'm too dumb to get it right sometimes. Appreciate it.
Ethan's proxy account is gone. Even if we become better proxies ourselves, it'll be hard to get back to the level we were before.
That is really important. But right now I want to talk about this fairy problem. Fairy's powers are something the elites of New Eridu would all kill for. This is way too hot for us to handle. And when she forced you to become her master, she said that you should bide your time and wait for the opportunity to complete the agreement with her, but refuse to reveal anything further. It's definitely not that simple.
But if we can make use of her abilities, we might finally get some leads on what we've been investigating. Our teacher's lifelong dream just might...
Yeah. Anyway, we need to figure out where Fairy came from. There's no rush, of course. Let's take it slow. At least she's really good at staying hidden, so we don't need to worry about hackers like last time.
Let's just try and get along with Barry for now.
Get along? She's constantly rude to me. But it's not like there's anything we can do about it. I even asked the Cunning Hares to investigate, but there's not been much progress, I'm afraid. Nicole got the Strongbox mission from an anonymous subcontractor. They didn't get to meet anyone related to the commission. She said she was gonna try looking into the Red Fang gang a few days ago, but I've not heard back since. I doubt they'll find anything concrete. Let's just hope that they don't get themselves into any trouble. They're good at making mountains out of molehills. Anyway, that's about everything I wanted to say about Fairy. Let's leave it aside for now. You've been so busy improving our reputation on the proxy network and running the video store lately. Let's just chill out and watch some TV tonight.
Oh, thank you so much. Out of just a fun random roll of the dice, when we stream, sometimes they will stream on their own. When Knock There is their personal streaming channel whenever they're feeling like running stuff on their own. Appreciated. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I'm trying to play it cool, but that, outside of a friend of mine using their Prime sub whenever they happen to be online and think about it, I believe you're the first person to actually sub, and especially definitely the first person to ever buy to gift subs on our channel. So I'm trying to play it cool, but also slightly freaking out. Hope you enjoy our emotes, because at least 2 of them are my stupid face. Oh, don't say... Game, we were having a good time. Why are you going to remind me that you were made just before, that you kind of came out relatively recently and were therefore leading up to an election? We were having a good time. We were all having a good time. All right. Watch TV with Wise, and then we'll probably look at... Oh yeah, great. Leading up to the election, and now we're going to watch news. Sure?
As the municipal election is approaching, the high-profile civil construction project to renovate the old Capital Metro is now officially underway. It's our honor to interview Mr. Charles Perlman, the chief representative of the contracted company, the Vision Corporation.
Yeah, that was the one I made randomly. The other one, the Brian Ye, is... At one point, I went on... Like, my partner and I will try to go on vacation for our anniversary in December each year to, like, a city we've never been to. And we went to Austin, Texas. Stop your auto for a second here. Went to Austin, Texas, and because it was something of a... Yep, well, welcome in. I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce that name. My first guess would be... The X is where I'm going to trip. It's going to be... Truchere? Truchere? Anyway. I apologize for mangling your name, but... Welcome. Enjoy the emotes on my face. But yeah, the Brian Ye one was, we went to Austin. I was like, all right, it's a little bit of a hipster area. I'm going to make all... Okay, Tro. There we go. Yeah, that one. So I was like, I'm going to take almost all of my vacation photos as selfies. Now, this is years ago. I've now poisoned myself by taking selfies way too often. And I kept making that face. Then, like, a couple weeks later, I was somewhere at, like, a convention and took, like, just normal, like, smiling pictures, threw them up on Facebook, and my friend goes, I can't tell if Brian's having any fun because he's not using his vacation face. And it immediately stuck as just, like, this is going to be my default, like, every stupid picture I take face.
To solve this problem, the deteriorating remnants of the old metro must be completely removed, followed by the construction of a completely new metro. Despite the cost, Vision has ordered a large quantity of high-purity industrial ether explosives for this operation.
I see, but there's currently no way to pass between Canvas Street and the city, right? How does Vision plan to transport the explosives?
Correct. But Vision always looks to the future. Take a look at this electronic map. We're currently located at the Demolition Command Center, at the entrance to the Dead-End Hollow. And the red area on the map is the Demolition Zone. The tunnel from New Eridu to the Demolition Zone has been completely consumed by that very Dead-End Hollow. However, some metro lines within this hollow are still intact. So we decided to use a special train to transport the explosives through the hollow. We were very careful.
Unless that was meant towards me, at which point I make the same assumption and say, I'm in the Pennsylvania area.
Most of the explosives
I would hide it, but at some point I wind up telling stories about Hershey Park, and then immediately nail myself to a region.
A dedicated detonator or a sizable external force. I really wanted to show you around, but to avoid signal interference with the blast, we've had to shield the entire blast area.
That is a good face on that guy. I like that.
Only our dedicated frequency band is available for communication.
All civilians have been
No, can't stand anime. That's why I'm playing this game. I'm kidding. Yes, I not only watch anime, I regularly work tech departments at anime conventions.
Everyone in New Eridu.
As we had mentioned a few months ago, the Vision Corporation won the contract for the Old Capital Metro renovation project. By promising to complete the contract in less time and at a reduced cost, the Vision Corporation won the bid with a significant advantage over the highly regarded Bellabog Industries. Our special correspondent tried to contact those involved at Bellabog, but was unable to conduct an interview.
Absolutely, and I play way too many gacha games. The one that I actually play the most of, mentioning earlier, Final Fantasy VII. I will admit I'll even admit there are better games and potentially better stories, but Final Fantasy VII is just my favorite game of all time. So I pretty much have Extra Crisis or Ever Crisis, Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis, like running on the laptop next to me constantly. As for some of my faves, the reason I went and tried it was they kind of announced it, and it was like a different take on Final Fantasy VII Remake in terms of like the storyline of some of the games or some of it. Click open the story thing and it'll be a bad picture-in-picture show. But like when you play story missions, you have literally the story of Final Fantasy VII, literally the story of Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core. But the part that intrigued me, and the thing that like got people's attention with it, is there's like a third and fourth story mode, and in those story modes, I think it's out of like a Japan-only cell phone game, but it's like young Sephiroth, sort of like before and as he's becoming known as a hero. And I was sitting there going like, wow. Genre, so I will bounce across a lot of things. The one thing that, especially my friend group, I've kind of staked out as my, genre that I tend to watch more of than my other friends is, I will actually spend a lot of time watching, like aside from your general like shonen stuff, like in terms of my faves, my favorite of all time I'm still probably at the point of just knee-jerk saying Gurren Lagann. Most troublesome favorite of all time because it's the first thing I ever watched and recognized it as anime instead of just, hey, Pokemon's on Saturday morning cartoons, was Rurouni Kenshin. And but Rurouni Kenshin's creator has a significant, mark against them, so I try not to pay as much time paying attention to as I used to. I always include it in their output, and one of my friends always wants to stop me, because the people who did Gurren Lagann for Gainax went on to make Studio Trigger, and I've watched almost everything Studio Trigger has ever put out, and because they're just my favorite studio to do things. In terms of their output, like the Cyberpunk Edge Runners, which before they ever made a computer game, I used to play the tabletop version of Cyberpunk that the whole thing's based on, and like the first 5 minutes of Cyberpunk Edge Runners does a better job setting up like how dirty and grimy of a city and like, you know, how gross, you know, walking through Night City is than the, you know, almost the entirety of Cyberpunk 2077 gets it. It's like they just managed to pull it off kind of perfectly. One of my two of my favorite of all time that are more in my like I think I qualified my way away from actually ever saying in my maiden heart I will literally cry if it is a good enough one. There are some rom-coms I absolutely love, especially like slice of life romantic anime I will eat up. And like the two that are my favorite there is one that, you know, I will warn people ahead of time, like, this is going to do something at the end of this series that is going to hit you like a truck and is going to be one of those like sloppy, messy cries at the end of it. But Your Lie in April is absolutely beautiful. One of my favorite ones because it is like when you're like watching an anime and you're like, oh my god, it's my life. And for me, that one's My Love Story. It's hard to tell on a small screen like this, but I am 6'8" and 400 pounds. And so to run into My Love Story, where the main character is like a high schooler who is 2 heads taller than anybody else, and then the entirety of that story is him is like, it's like episode 1 is he gets on a train, there's this girl that he likes, and when he sees somebody like a molester on the train starting to like rub up on her, grabs the guy nearly because he's like this huge like muscle, you know, it's a JoJo's character in the middle of a normal romantic anime, grabs the guy by the arm and like almost breaks his wrist, taking him to the cops, and saves her, and she immediately falls in love with him. I said 6'8". But she immediately falls in love with him, but his like best friend is this like, you know, normal Bishonen boy. And like anytime he, you know, main character has ever like developed a crush on him or on somebody, that character, you know, that person has usually immediately like fallen in love with his best friend, and turns out they were being nice to him to like try to get a romantic proposal through. And all he knows is that his best friend's like really icy and cold to every girl he's ever met. And it's mostly because they pretty much go like, hey, I was just using your friend who's really gross, but I'm in love with you. And he basically immediately turns and goes, oh, I hate you. I hate you so bad, I'm going to be a jerk right in front of everybody right now. And so I think it might be the second episode where it's like the main character going, no, I kind of love this girl. I want her to be successful with my best friend. I'm going to make that happen. At which point, best friend goes, no, I'm not having this. You go hide under your bed because that girl's coming here right now, and you think she's going to propose to me. And he gets her to basically admit that she's got a hardcore crush on the big guy, like immediately, at which point, like, it just becomes about their sort of, you know, slightly awkward first steps at romance. Like, it just immediately jumps past the, like, you know, the love triangle farce, you know, best friend character is like, no, we're not having that. You guys are getting together, and this is just going to be about you guys like starting and having a relationship. And you know, that actually is, if you've seen the meme where it's like, I'm a dirty person, I want him to hold my hand, and then somebody replying like, oh, you absolute pervert, I bet you want him to use your first name too, don't you? That meme is the girl from My Love Story. While I was telling that story, Dead Man Wonderland was good. Assassination Classroom was good. I watched the original Fate, and which I think might be Stay Night, and I watched Fate Zero, but I haven't engaged in most Fate stuff. And My Hero Academia is, of course, absolutely amazing. I kind of fell off of it. I need to go back and like catch up. I think I was somewhere in like, I was like that season that kind of ends after the like gentleman thief has infiltrated the school. That was like the last I had seen. Yeah, and then my other favorite, it's like a genre I've started to describe myself because it's way too specific. And it's like the genre is mom is gone, probably dead, and dad is now raising specifically a daughter on his own, and the story, you know, there's always some big contrivance, but the story is largely about them building a relationship and him, you know, making the fumbles. One of those is Bunny Drop. Bunny Drop, which is a fantastic anime. I refuse to acknowledge the manga because it takes a left turn right at the end where, because she's his adopted daughter, I believe at the end of the manga it's implied that when she gets to high school she kind of falls in love with her father figure, and it's like, oh, you kind of ruined it. I'm just going to ignore that existing. But the there we go. The other one I absolutely love that also doesn't misstep. It is beautiful in a way that like will kind of, you know, bring you happy tears at the end of it. Is Kakushi Goto, which is that same basic concept, but the dad character is a mangaka who only writes like dirty comedy manga, like, you know, stuff for adults, and has convinced his daughter that he's a like really high up businessman. So every morning he like leaves the house in a nice like well-pressed suit, goes to a clothing store, in that clothing store changes into like the dirty gray sweat suit that that a manga author might like to wear, goes, draws his anime or his manga all day, and then on the way back home changes back. Yeah, it's like changes back to the suit and shows up, and it is all the, you know, antics of him trying to keep this life hidden for her, with this framing narrative of her, like, you know, because she's a little girl in the series, but the framing narrative is her as a high schooler going through this weird house that is a like absolute mirror of the house she grew up in with him, and finding these boxes that are like, that like have like age 9, age 10, age 11, and just presents in them, and trying to figure out what's going on with it. That was another one where I absolutely loved, where I was like, I watch almost everything digitally, but I need to own this one on Blu-ray. Yeah. The rest of this stuff is all pretty predictable. Like, absolutely love Naruto. Hardcore Dragon Ball Z fan. Vegeta is my absolute favorite character of that series. especially like the Team 4-star Dragon Ball Z abridged version. Vegeta just is amazing. And JoJo's Bizarre Adventure was very much life-changing when I found it. It's like, oh my god. Especially like part 1, which for a long time was my favorite part, where like some of my friends were like, yeah, once you get through part 1 and 2, it picks up and it gets to be more fun. And I'm like, I'll give you that. Like, part 3 is absolutely amazing, and Jotaro is probably the best of the JoJos, but like from episode 1 of part 1 is where it's like, oh, it's just like complete Victorian Edwardian pose-offs. It's like, it was sad at the end, but just those moments of like, where I'm like, oh, whoever wrote this like actually really gets like English, Victorian stuff, where he's basically like, Dio, I've discovered you're poisoning my father. I've left the doctor's instructions to keep you away from my father, but I'm not going to kick you out of the house until I can prove that you've definitely done this by going and finding your accomplices. Because could you think of the scandal? Yeah, I think the one that like I felt the slowest build towards it, even all the way through it, like it never really reached the heights of like Stardust Crusaders or Diamond is Unbreakable, was Golden Wind, where it's like I love the series, I still love that season, but just like really goes through slowly. Yeah, like that thing I described is just like the first, maybe second episode, and then from there it goes off the rails even further. JoJo's very much a series where like you grab a clip from like any point in the series and you can have people going, wait, what? Oh, and to answer earlier question, I do read manga somewhat. I've slowed down on reading manga from where I used to be. Now, most of the time I pick up manga is my like local library has manga, so if they have like enough volumes from like 1 through 7 or something, I will pick up and read something, which is how I got into Wave Listen to Me, which is another like slice of life thing where it's just a lady who works in a curry shop who gets drunk, rants about a breakup to this guy in a bar, and he turns out to be a radio producer who recorded it, starts playing it on air. She leaves the curry shop in the middle of her job to run in live on air and be like, you need to stop that thing. He goes, I'll stop it, but if I have blank space for more than 10 seconds, like, they'll probably cancel my show. So, microphone's going to be live. You're going to have to replace that. Go. And she just starts talking absolute insanity into the radio. And from there, it, like, picks up because he basically decides, I'm going to make you, like, you're not going to immediately be on, like, the #1 show, but I'm going to make you a radio star now. But it's like, especially, that one's Wave Listen to Me. But, the parts that get, like, in terms of reading manga, especially if I start something animated, like, I will wait until the Heat Death of the Universe for them to actually animate the next part of it. Like I mentioned, hardcore Dragon Ball Z, really love Dragon Ball Super. I may never find out what happens next in the story, because if they don't go and like do like more of Dragon Ball Super to animate the manga, I don't want to. I want to see that animated for the first time when I see it. So I definitely have friends who like get to the end of a series and they're like, I need to go read the rest of this because I need to know how the story ends. And I'm like, that's great, but especially if I'm really enjoying the animation of a thing, I can't kick over to the manga because One Piece scares me. That you've got it in one, Bard. Like, I've made 3 runs at watching all of Naruto. and that is 200 episodes until you get to the time skip. And my last run, I think I got 200 episodes into the time skip while sitting there with a spreadsheet that literally says, watch 5 minutes of this episode, skip 10 minutes, and watch the next, the next 8 minutes. So it was like like a spreadsheet that somebody put together online that was literally helping me skip as much filler as possible. I was trying to catch up on Naruto. And I got like 400 episodes in before on my most recent one. But like it's like One Piece. One Piece bucked me early when it was like coming out in Shonen Jump, because its art style was so different I couldn't get into it. And by the time I came to know that like it's got this amazing story, the most I've gone is Totally Not Mark's. I was gonna say Totally Not Mark did a review series where he basically summarized and talked about like all of the chapters of it, and it helped me like appreciate the story. But yeah, it's one of those like, oh, there's like 1,000 chapters, and oh, there's almost 1,000 episodes of anime. I don't have the time. It's very much like I've got friends who are, really into fantasy books and tell me that Brandon Sanderson writes such good books. But the Wheel of Time series is such a, it's like 12 to 14 Game of Thrones thick books. And I'm just like, if I put that on a shelf, it's going to condense into a black hole. I don't have time to read that. He said while playing a, games as a service style gacha game on the internet.
Mr. Perlman, do you have anything to say about this victory over the rising star Bellabog Industries?
Well, Bellabog Industries
Exactly.
is a respected competitor we can learn from. I'm sure they'll do better next time.
So,
I mean, at least with Lord of the
reduced project costs.
This shouldn't be one of the questions, should it?
It's like with Lord of the Rings, at least like there's 3 films. You could, even extended editions, you could smack that out in a day. Yeah. No, I understand that. Like Harry Potter, I have too much disagreements with the author at this point to be willing to, Lindsay Ellis put out a fantastic video at one point about the idea of death of the author, and the eventual point that she comes to is, death of the author is fine as long as the money you're spending on that author isn't actively going to somebody who's using their fortune to hurt a marginalized community, which, like, managed to sum up and get exactly how I felt, like, in a sentence. And I was like, okay, yeah, that's fine. I love the Harry Potter books. I was in high school when they were, I was in middle school when they first started to come out. I was in high school when they finished. Love them so much. But I have a 4-year-old daughter, and it's like, if I want to have her experience them at some point, I'm going to need to find them in a secondhand shop, because I can't have the like royalties go to somebody who's actively using that fortune to hurt people. Yeah, I feel like, so my grandfather, fun side story, since you're mentioning The Hobbit, my grandfather got tired of reading Dr. Seuss to his own 3 kids. So by the time my 2 brothers and I came around, my grandfather decided to, it's like he decided to just read The Hobbit to us over and over again. So like before I have conscious memory, I knew the story of The Hobbit. I used to be a Twitter user. I deactivated my Twitter like right after Elon Musk bought it. And it was like, I was basically very glad to have picked that time to get rid of my Twitter, because every time like a news story came out, like, oh, he's putting, certain people back on the platform. Oh, he's dismantling the, like, I think I deleted my Twitter or deactivated because I didn't want him to, it's like I didn't want them to like resurrect it as a ghost thing for, you know, to claim things. Yeah, I deleted my Twitter. I never had a TikTok. Like with TikTok, there were too many like security problems about it, and I am by trade, I'm a programmer. I do programming for a hospital in my area. So like cybersecurity things, I'm not the best at it, but it was at least like this something about TikTok smells wrong. Yeah. It was the like the first indicator, like the first Hobbit movie is pretty good. It does a good job of keeping to the book, expanding it where it can't. The only thing the moment I realized that I was going to have a little bit of a hard time with the trilogy that they made out of the Hobbit movie is it kind of skips one of my favorite scenes in the entire Hobbit book is when they meet Bjorn. And it's basically like Gandalf's like, okay, here's what we're going to do. Bilbo, you come with me. The rest of you 13 dwarves, you're going to show up every 5 minutes, 2 of you, okay? And just keep showing up and keep showing up because he's never going to accept all 14 of you guys showing up at once. Bilbo, you're with me. And he's like, well, anyway, Bjorn, so what we're doing is, we, tried to make it through the goblin hole, and, my friend and I walk in, and they're like, well, all 4 of you need to go. And so, and he's like, what do you mean 4? There's only 2 of you. And then the 2 dwarves come from around the corner. He's like, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention them. So anyway, the 6 of us are hanging out, and I'm sorry, didn't you just say 4? He's like, no, I said, and 2 dwarves walk around the corner. He's like, yeah, the 6 of us. I just keep up. Anyway, so the 8 of us are, and it's just that, like telling him the story of everything that happened to them, and just increasing the number by 2 each time. But because Bjorn is so into the story, he's just like, I see you're doing bullshit, Gandalf, but just keep going with the story, whatever. In terms of recommending learning programming, I think so. I mean, I'm a programmer. I work on clinical trial management systems because I learned how unstable of a career being a video game programmer is. But when I was 10, I loved video games so much I wanted to know how they're made. And that got me to start researching programming and stuff like that. Like I think in the extended edition they do like a quicker version of it, but I basically just kept staring at it. Yeah. And the more of those movies there are, the worse it goes. The moment that I view as truly irredeemable is in the book. Thorin dies surrounded by his kin fighting in the Battle of the Five Armies. And in the movie, they've basically made up a villain for them to, have a personal fight with one orc. And then they put that fight with just Thorin and just Bilbo up on the mountaintop. Like overlooking the Battle of the Five Armies, but they're not there. And it's like in the book, Thorin gets, number one, Bilbo's not in the fight, but that I was fine with. They needed to take him from the British everyman character that Tolkien would use, make him a little bit more of a hero that an American audience would accept. Fine. Put Bilbo in the fight. Don't just knock him out with a rock and tell him the story later. But in the book, Thorin dies in the or takes a fatal wound in the middle of his army, surrounded by dwarves, and the rage over their fallen king turns the tide of battle, and Bjorn himself strides in, killing all of these orcs and wargs to get to Thorin and bear his wounded body out of the battle. And I'm like, and you took that all away by just putting him up on a mountaintop with with Bilbo. What have you done? Why did you do this? But yeah, but in terms of learning programming, on the very minimum level, if you learn Python, like Python is currently what I work in the most, and the framework I work on as the only developer on out of my team is JavaScript based. But with Python, at least, you can learn to like do some scripting things, do some like automated things, which are really cool. Oh yeah, that's like it is a bit where you're like, oh, here's the Lord of the Rings movie. We're gonna give some. We're gonna basically take out this elven character named Gilthaniel and give his role to Arwen because there's no female characters except like she's mentioned as being in the background in the actual book. And then I think there's a little bit more focus on, I've just lost her name, but the woman who winds up taking out the Witch King. Like, but like, it's an Englishman writing to release a book in like 1935. There's almost no female characters in the books. So they had already expanded it by giving these women, these female characters these meaty roles. But yeah, there's almost nothing. Obviously you're gonna get like, Rosie gets scowled at by, Belladonna Took. I might argue that women started to exist in England around 1928, which is where I think they're slightly more violent suffragette movement actually got the full right to vote. Both of those statements can be and are true. But yeah, like. Oh yeah. Indeed. But yeah, it's but the one thing that I always found funniest with The Hobbit is when I reached, I mean, it's mostly water. There's water in it. But if you insist, but yeah, it's when I was in the 10th year of school, like in high school, there were 2 English classes taught by 2 different English teachers. My class got to read To Kill a Mockingbird, which I'd actually already read in like 4th grade or something like that. The other class got to read and take tests and do homework on The Hobbit. There were about 6 people who figured out that if before school they went into the cafeteria and sat at the table that was next to my table, they could take their worksheets out and just get the answers wrong until I had to turn around. I would just have to turn around and be like, no. Thrain. It's the Arkenstone of Thrain. It's the entire freaking reason for that Thorin throws Bilbo out and goes to war with Lake Town. Were you reading the book? They're just like, yeah, if we just sit near him and get it like wrong long enough, he'll turn around and give us the answers. I was just like, I have to read To Kill a Mockingbird. I have to sit through. It's like I have a teacher who loves, Catcher in the Rye, and because I like that teacher, I was like, all right, I'll go out and read Catcher in the Rye. I read Catcher in the Rye, and my favorite part of it was where the pimp beats the shit out of the main character because he had been so like whiny and mopey the entire book. I was like, finally, he somebody kicked this guy's ass. I'm so happy. But I was like, they're reading books that have dragons over there, and I've got to read about racism in the 1930s again. Yep, you as well. I vaguely think I might get to I think I'm so far off the base with this. I think I'm gonna hit auto, let this go through this cutscene, and then probably sign off for the night myself.
Mr. Perlman, we're live right now.
But Bardo, it was a pleasure chatting with you and you, Tro.
We welcome the scrutiny of all citizens. Mr. Perlman will also be on the demolition site to oversee things till the very end.
Exactly. Right. I will soon be joining our technicians.
Dear God, give me a live-action version of this that actually has Ron Perlman in this scene.
The construction site is near a hollow.
Oh yeah, that is definitely a good idea. It's only 12:30 right here, so as soon as this cutscene's done, I'm closing up for the night. I will probably be back next week on Thursday, hopefully.
Speculation. Their video rental is about to expire, or they are plotting against the store.
It's just a customer. I'll go get the door.
What? That's a strange way to say we've got a customer.
And maybe... Oh, nice. Maybe next week I'll lure them in and it'll just be an entire, like, evening of farming, farming for, materials for upgrades in, Genshin Impact. That's how I'll convince them to be on the stream.
Little late for a meowing now. Welcome to 6th Street's greatest video store.
Would you like to sign up for a membership?
Oh, I forgot to mention, since you guys came in a little bit later, it's important to note that my like cyber hacker treasure hunter people run a Blockbuster. Anyway, good night. You both.
You must be mistaken.
I hope you guys get some sleep.
We're just a normal video store.
Wait! You don't have to worry about me. My name is Nicole. Nicole told me to come. I'm not a baddie.
I'm not sure who you're talking about. I'm pretty positive you've got the wrong place.
Nicole of the Cutting Hairs, the leader of the odd job agency, the Cutting Hairs. Look, this is her Bang Boo. This is proof, right?
That certainly is the Bang Boo Nicole usually has with her. Did Nicole really send you? Where are they now?
The place he just mentioned in the news. Vision's Blast Zone. That guy said there was no one inside, but that's a lie.
Would it be weird if I wasn't even surprised?
Do they have a good reason for being at Vision's construction site?
They're looking for something! My commission! The Red Fang Gang are causing trouble. There's been several fights. And so many people like Camp Tuna!
Take it easy. It sounds like you're talking about a huge sale at a shopping center or something.
Well, I don't know where to start. Right, Nicole's Bang Boo! It's got the visual data from the past few days. Just have a look. You'll get what I mean.
Unfortunately, only its owner, or the manufacturer of the Marcel Group, has access to its visual data.
Beep. Perhaps Fairy knows a way?
What's that? Fairy?
No. Nothing like that here. Fairy, do you have any way to read the Bangbu data?
Question. Is the request to convert this Bangbu's visual recording into video output?
Who's talking? Is there someone else here?
That's just our newly installed virtual assistant. So Fairy, can you do it?
Processing Bangbu visual data for the last several days. Please say, I'm stupid. I should have asked sooner.
I'm stupid. I should have turned you off sooner.
Okay, excellent. That gives me the ability to... I have... Nope. Not enough to pull night, so we'll do later, and I can actually... Anyway, that's going to be me for the night. I should hopefully be back next Thursday, starting somewhere around, 8, 9 o'clock EST. That's me for the evening. Thank you very much.